Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Red Dead Redemption 2 video, we are going to be talking about some more dark and creepy secrets of the Valentine Sheriff that you might not have known about. So a couple of months ago, I covered what I thought was the darkest secret the Valentine Sheriff has, and it looks like he actually murdered his mistress. And we actually meet this mistress for the first time very early on in Chapter 2. She's sort of an oversight in the mission. Her name is Maria Calthorpe, I believe it is, and you actually run into her as you're returning a bounty for the first time in the mission Good Honest Snake Oil. And the sheriff, whose name is Curtis Malloy, is like very defensive about him being in the same place as her.
Oh, my lord. I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Mrs. Calthorpe was just leaving.
Sure. Where you want him?
Cell in the back.
Oh, there's been some terrible mistake. I never did it. Any of it.
I thought I told you to shut up, partner.
Oh, but I told you.
But nothing. Shut up. And, good luck. It's been real fun.
You ain't much of a man. You ask folks for forgiveness, you remember this, partner.
I've already forgotten. Now, sure, how much was you offering?
$50. Here.
Thank you. Madam.
Please, remember what I told you.
So that was a little bit suspicious, right? Well, it turns out that's because Curtis Malloy and Maria Calthorpe are actually having an affair with each other. And you can actually hear them arguing in their little house or room right above the sheriff's office.
How do you want me to be? I love you. You don't love anyone. Not me, not your wife, no one.
Oh, you're impossible.
Impossible? Really? I've wasted years on you and I'm impossible.
You're married, too. You can be impossible.
Impossible. You are a sad little small town, self-important rat of a man. You know that? A rat. A rat who thinks he's a cat. That's your problem. Go to hell.
All right, so you heard that took place, and it sounded like at the very end, Curtis Malloy was like choking out Maria or hurting her in some way. Well, it turns out that this is not a big secret, because even some of the bounties you turn in, like Eliane Swan, will comment on the fact that Maria and the sheriff have sort of a thing for each other. Take a listen to this.
I'm immune to your charms, Mrs. Swan.
It's so boring in here. Can we have some fun, Sheriff? Just the two of us?
And to think you was sniffing around this office at one point. I'm lucky you was charmed by another.
You see, Sheriff, I know your secrets. And I could spread them all over. Like Miss Moria?
Don't you dare mention Mora again. Now hush.
Oh, show me some sympathy, Sheriff. I'm a widow. A poor little widow. You forget?
They can say what they like about you, but at least you respected the sanctity of marriage.
Till death do us part.
And sort of all of our suspicions are confirmed when we actually can loot a letter from Curtis Malloy that is letter to Curtis from M. And we assume that the M is from Maria. Now, the letter is an anguished letter from an unhappy woman, and it says this: Curtis, this is too much, much too much. You are breaking my heart. I have now disgraced myself as a wife, and now I am disgracing myself as a Christian. How can you do this to me? Does it make you happy to see me suffer so? Are you really that sick that you take pleasure in my suffering? M. And again, we believe the M to be Maria. Now, recently, I had heard a rumor that you can actually find Sheriff Malloy and Maria if you actually have one of the Peeping Tom encounters in Valentine. So if you wander around Valentine at night, you might have this interaction right here.
Well, let's see.
I am gloriously full.
I feel so light and heavy at the same time.
Have I told you what an amazing woman you are?
Oh,
But
stop.
you are. Let us be free and wild and bad, my dear. Let us make love like love has never been made before. Let me take you to the clouds.
Well, that was pathetic for all of us.
Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not sold on the fact that this is Sheriff Malloy. The big giveaway for me is that they don't sound the same. And that also doesn't typically look like Maria Calthorpe. Now, I'm going to leave that up to you guys. Maybe it is. He certainly looks like the sheriff with the black hair and the mustache and sort of has the same build. And it would certainly make sense that the sheriff of the town of Valentine would also live in Valentine. But it just doesn't sound like him. And that, to me, is the thing that doesn't make the most sense. So that's another potential dark and creepy secret of Sheriff Malloy that you might not have known about. Now we have to transfer over to Red Dead Online, because he actually makes some appearances in Red Dead Online. The first occurs in the mission The Right Side of the Tracks, where this encounter takes place.
What are you gonna do about it, Sheriff?
About what?
My stolen property.
Ain't much I can do about it. I ain't got the manpower to go after Bob Crawfish. Howdy.
How do? I pay your goddamn wages, me and folks like me.
I'm sorry, Mr. Arnsdale. Really, I am. But there ain't nothing I can do about this. Not without more support and funding.
Will you go for me?
Wait, what?
Go. See if you can retrieve my lawful property from some goddamn thief.
Ain't nobody knows who took your stuff, mister.
I seem like some kind of liar. Is that why you won't help me?
No, but...
Listen, get me Bob Crawfish and his closest associates by any means necessary.
No. Not by any means necessary. Kill nobody. Ain't nobody convicted of nothing.
I was robbed. Get them and bring them to me just down from Fort Riggs Station, and you will be handsomely paid. Sheriff?
Mr. Arnsdale.
So it looks like good guy Sheriff Curtis Malloy here is actually taking bribes from this man, Mr. Arnsdale. He actually made the comment of like, I pay your salary or something along those lines. So I think it's safe to assume that Sheriff Malloy is like doing some back-end deals. That's actually the first encounter we have with him in Red Dead Online. This mission is actually pretty fun where you like get to decide if these guys actually live or not by the end of the mission. I'm sure you've already checked this out by now. That mission was added in day 1. However, just a couple of days ago, with the latest Red Dead Online update, Rockstar introduced new story mode missions. And one of those missions is called Bring a Goddamn Posse. And essentially what this mission has us doing is riding into Valentine because Marshal Davies has requested our assistance. And what we do is we travel to Valentine where we are greeted by the Marshal and Sheriff Malloy.
Tom, who are they?
Well, they're with me.
Let me go,
Tom, not to put too fine a point
and
upon
I'll
it,
let you
but
all
we are
live.
in deep shit. Pardon my language. Now, he's talking sense.
We're all adults here, Bob.
Sure as shit is shit. They'll be back until they freed Montez, and we and every decent person in this town is dead.
You know what, Bob? Montez. I'm a man of many contradictions. I've thought long and hard about a speech about ethics, about responsibility, about rule of law. Then I decided I'd just do this and hang the consequences.
You killed him.
No shit. So that's one less problem we gotta worry about. Now, what was the real problem in this town?
His boys will be back to kill us all.
Well, then we better get prepared.
So I don't know if you guys caught that, but something interesting was happening there. Marshall Davies was calling Curtis Malloy Bob. That's very weird. Why would he call him Bob? Now, one of the reasons why you might call someone Bob is if their first name is Robert or something like that. Bob would be short, but his first name is Curtis, and Bob is not short for Curtis or related to Curtis in any way. Maybe it's a name we don't know about, like a middle name or a surname. Maybe it's a nickname that Marshall Davies has for Curtis. Maybe they've been buddies for a long time and that name Bob is an inside joke. But to me, that just seems very, very strange. And Curtis Malloy looked very uncomfortable with that entire situation. Again, I think something suspicious is going on right there. Now, this mission is really fun. Again, if you haven't played this, you totally should. And by the end of it, once you clear out the town of Valentine, you'll have another interaction with the sheriff and the marshal.
Come! You and your friends saved my town.
And Montez died in the conflict.
Exactly. He, died in the conflict. Thank you. Thanks to all of you.
In towns, it's the sheriffs that run things. We help out where we can. Thank you. You've been a great help in all this business. It's been my pleasure. I hope to see you again. Not too soon, I hope.
Well, thanks again.
So, do you think something suspicious is going on with the Sheriff of Valentine, Curtis Malloy? I certainly think there is. I think, number one, the new missions we've seen in Red Dead Online prove that something is going on. And number two, that weird interaction that we have if you sort of act as a peeping Tom and Valentine at night. But anyways, that's all the information that I've got for you guys in this video today. Hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, be sure to leave a like rating on this video. That'd be awesome. And subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily Red Dead Redemption 2 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.